Good morning, everyone. And in the previous lecture, we implemented the codes for list, and we started the topic tuples. And yeah, we have seen some codes related to tuple also. That means the property of tuple is been different from the list in case that it is unchangeable, while list is changeable. Both are ordered, and there's a difference in the representation also. List is represented in the form of a square brackets, while tuple is represented in the form of a rounded brackets. Okay. And yeah, here we can give the duplicate elements also. Okay. So these are the basic examples which we have seen in the previous class, that how to declare a tuple with the elements separated by commas in the rounded brackets, and we have printed the elements also. Okay. And the thing is, I discussed that if you are available with only one element, so you need to give it by comma separated. Okay. So here in the example which has been shown to you, I gave an element 1. Okay. And I mentioned comma after it. The reason was, in the next example I told that if you give a element in a quotation, okay, simple in a quotation, then the class of it will be a string, that will be of a string type. Okay. But I need to make a tuple. Okay. For that reason, to differentiate between a string and a tuple, what I need to do is I give an element, okay, separated by then there is a comma, and it will automatically understood now this is a tuple. Okay. Then as same that of the list, that we can have different types of elements in the tuple also. We can have a mixed elements also in a tuple, we have seen. Okay. And if we declare a tuple by its name itself, okay, I can say tuple tuple, and then I can give the double rounded brackets, and this is also a way to declare a tuple. Okay. Because tuple, uh, this is a method of the class tuple itself. Okay. So as we have seen in the list, this is also possible in the tuple. Okay. So here is the example for it. While accessing the elements of a tuple as it is ordered, so the point is clear that indexing has been done. Okay. So as per the indexing, we can access the elements of the tuple, as this is a list example. And similarly, I have told you that with the help of the indexing, we can access the elements. Okay. So here is your tuple, and according to the index position, the elements are printed. Next, negative indexing has been also possible in the tuple. Okay. That means same as that of the list, the last element will be considered as -1, and so on. Okay. And they can be accessed in a similar way. All right. And then concatenation, that is, I need to add the tuples. So this is again a similar way as that of the list. I can have a plus sign between the two tuples, and I can perform the concatenation. However, the order is being the tuple which you have written, the first will come first, and the next will be come after it. Okay. So tuple 1 plus tuple 2, the elements will be something like this, and tuple 2 plus tuple 1 will be something like this, and both of these tuples are different. Okay. Then as I told that list is an open data type, therefore we are having multiple methods to be applied on the list. However, tuple is having the restrictions, and because of the restrictions, we don't have the availability of different kinds of methods which can be applied over it. And if we do try to append something in a tuple, then obviously it's a failure. You can't do that. Okay. Because tuple don't have any append kind of method. Okay. So the only case here initially is, what I can do is I can concatenate the tuples. Okay. And that means for adding the element or for updating the tuple, I need to do something else. Okay. That we will see ahead in this lecture only, what procedure needs to be required to update the tuple. Okay. Now I also told that we can have a nesting of the tuples also. That means tuple inside the tuple. This has been also possible. You can check. that this is tuple 1, this is tuple 2, and tuple 3 I declared as tuple 1 comma tuple 2. Okay, so these comes under, a tuple comes under tuple itself. Okay, as that of the list, same thing. All right. Now, if we want to create a repetition in the tuple, so what could be the process? See, here, for example, I am having only a single element in a tuple, Python, and if I multiply it by 3, so it will be Python, Python, Python. Multiply by 3, that means 3 times there will be repetition of the element. Okay, so this is how we can create a tuple with the repetition. Now, as number you want to multiply, you can do that. Okay, uh, if we are having two elements in a tuple, Python for, and if I multiply it by 4, then it will be like Python for, Python for, Python for, and Python for. Okay, it's not like that Python will come 4 times first, and then 4 will comes 4 times next. No, whatever be the order of the tuple, it will be taking the same order, and it will be repeated as many times it has been multiplied. So this is how multiplication, repetition of the tuple can be done. Okay, now the point is next, I tried to update again. I tried to change the value of the tuple just to check whether tuples are immutable or not, to test that tuples are immutable. Okay, so what I did, I declared a tuple. Okay, I declared a tuple, and I try to update the value at the first index position, and I want to make it as 4. So tuple 0 equal to 4, I want to change its value and want to make it as 4. This process is being applicable in the list. We have seen that it will not create any issue, and the list will give you the fine result. However, as per the property of the tuples, it is ordered and unchangeable. So, if you want to update the value which is present at the first index position, want to make it as 4, no, it gave me an error. And what error it gave me? It gave me type error. That is, tuple object does not support item assignment. You can't assign the value in the tuple. Once it is created, once a tuple is created, it is unchangeable. You can't update any value here. So what can be done, sir? What is the process? What is the idea? Okay, let's see. We'll cover this thing ahead. Now, in case of slicing, list is also having a slicing. You very well know about the concept of slicing, and the same concept of slicing has been applicable in case of tuples also. Okay, for example, here I have declared the tuple. Okay, of elements, that is the fruit names, and I am going to put colon 4. That means starting from the element 0 or the item 0 till the last index position is 4. Okay, so all the elements from 0, 1, 2, and 3 will be printed here. Okay, and if I say 2 colon, that means starting from the second index position till the last elements all will be printed. So this slicing is very well known to you. I guess there is no stress needs to be given to make you people understand. Okay, because this is here just a role of indexing plays importance. Okay, in the next I am taking the negative slicing, that is -4 -1. Okay, and you know that, sir, this is -1 -2 -3 -4. So I need to start from -4, I need to go till -1. So -4 -3 -2, -1 is obviously excluded. Okay, so these are the elements. Fine. And uh, if we want to use in keyword along with the if and else statements, as we have seen previously also, same thing is applicable in case of tuples. Okay, if I create a tuple apple banana cherry, if I would say if apple in this tuple, if apple is present, then I'm going to I'm writing a customized statement, that is print yes apple is in the fruits tuple. Okay, so in, not in, you have seen that these keywords, they can be used in combination with if, and it will give you the result as what you have written in the print statements. And here you can have an else statement also. Depends. It depends upon your choice what you want to print. Okay. Next thing is I've used an if else statement here, and I created a tuple of numerics. Okay, so if one in this tuple, print yes, one is in the fruits, else print no, one is not present in the fruits. Okay, so what I'm going to do, one I'm not writing in the quotation marks. You can see if one in this tuple, one is a numerical value, and I wrote numerical as it is here. If one in this tuple, and I'm saying print yes, one is in the fruits, else one is not present in the fruits. So yeah, because it is present, your first statement is correct and it executed. Okay, now next, here also I'm using not in example, okay, instead of in. So what does not in is going to do for you? Created a tuple with four elements, 23, 1, 2, and 4, and I'm saying if 23 not in x, okay, so print this thing, but actually 23 is present, so obviously it will going to print you the else statement. So 23 is present. This is what you got. So in, not in, you can use as per your choice in case of else, if else statements. Now the case is if I need to delete a tuple, as we have seen in the list also, del keyword is our evergreen keyword, and you can delete a complete list from that, and similarly you can delete the complete tuple from that also. So if I create a tuple 3 equal to 0 comma 1, and if I do write del tuple 3, then it will be going to delete your complete tuple. And again, if you try to print the deleted tuple, if you try to print that, obviously it will give you error. Name tuple 3 is not defined because you deleted it. Okay, so this is a name error. Name error, why name error? Because you know the name which you want to print is not exist, doesn't exist. That is why it's a name error. Previously you have seen type error. Okay, here in the above example, if I would tell you this is a type error. Tuple object does not support item assignment. So you know type. Okay, what type is this? This is a tuple type. This data type is of tuple, and if it doesn't have a property to perform that particular operation, it will give you a type error. Okay, so understand type error, name error. These are usually some of the errors which we get while performing the task. Okay, now the next thing is delete is quite simple. And then if I want to perform any updations in the tuple, I have seen that, sir, it has not been giving you the flexibility. Okay, so how can I make it flexible and do the updations and get the updated tuple? What could be the possibility? So the thing is, if let us suppose I am having a list 0, 1, and 2, I can convert that list into tuple. I can convert that list into tuple. So how I can do that? Just simply writing tuple tuple and give a list inside it. That's it. This will work. Okay. And if you are having a string, you want to convert a string into a tuple, then if you can give like this Python quotation, then it will split the string into each and every character. Each and every character it can split the string. Okay, so here I gave Python, and it gave me result Python separated by comma. So it separated each and every character here. Okay, so the point is I can convert a string, I can convert a list into a tuples, and this will be very useful feature for us. I again took an example where I'm taking a list that is 23, 45, 76, 8. Okay, these four elements, I want to create a tuple of it, that is y equal to tuple x, and then I'm printing y. So this will be a tuple. Okay, in case I'm available with a set, okay, if I want to convert it into tuple, yes I can. This is again a tuple. So you can convert a list into tuple, you can convert a set into tuple, you can convert a string into tuple. Okay, and change its property and then apply what you want to do according to the property of the type which you got. Okay, next thing is you can apply loops also over the tuple as we did in case of the list. Okay, what we did, x equal to 1 2 3 4 5, I took 5 elements, and I wrote for I in x print I. So it is going to print me each and every element 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, one by one, similarly as we did in the list. Okay, and the next example is I declared a tuple x with one element only. So yeah, any question, please let me know. Any question? Fine. So here I declared a single element tuple. I declared a single element tuple. Okay, 2. And I just want to do some experiment over it. I took n equal to 10. That is another variable. I declared n equal to 10. And I need to print. I need to print this for some particular range. That's what I want to do. Okay. So I wrote for I in range int 10. What is this? For I in range int 10. That means it will work from 0 till 9. See, it depends upon you. If you want to give the range, you can give it from your side. Okay, that means from 1 to 10, or you can give it from 0 to 10, depends upon you. In case you are not giving anything, then it will be like from 0 itself, starting from the 0. So it will run from 0 to 9 because last limit is excluded. Now what you want to print here? What is your idea? What you want to print here? X equal to x comma. This is what I want to print here. Print x. I want to assign variable x equal to x comma. Okay, and then I want to print it. Initially your x is already a single element, 2 comma. You want to print it x. So obviously this is x and this is the comma which you gave. Okay, so I hope you understood what is the first result. 2 comma, rounded bracket, then comma, then rounded bracket. This is what the output you got, because the value of x is 2 comma. So obviously you are getting here a 2 comma. Okay, and then 1 comma is additional here. Okay, so that's the reason you got. If my but my loop, this is for one iteration, I want to iterate it for 10 times. This is what I got an output in the first 0th time. Okay, first iteration. For the second iteration, what will be the value of x? Sir, value of the x will be this thing. This will be the value of x, and I will be substituting this value of x here, and then again it will be followed by a comma. So now the output will be this thing which I got above, and again followed by a comma. Okay, now the value of x is updated. Second iteration over, third iteration. Now in case of third iteration, I will put this complete value again followed by this comma. Okay, so you can check, I got this comma and additional rounded brackets, so on. It will continue. This will be the result. So as you already know that sir, this is quite simple. Applying loop is quite simple. And if I say for I in x and print I, sir, it will give you elements one by one. So I just took this example, a different kind of example, okay, to show you how the loop is going to work upon if we are having a single element in a tuple. Okay, so here by performing the substitution one by one, you are getting the result like this. Okay, fine. um, if I want to create tuples, creating tuples in a loop, that's what I did above. This is the code which I used with the numeric. Okay, and if I want to create a tuple with some word, okay, so I declared a tuple again with a single element, that is geek. and I gave n equal to 5, that means I need to iterate the loop for the 5 times. Similarly, I gave here as 10. Now I'm giving here as 5. Okay. And then I'm writing the same thing. TUP equal to TUP comma. And the output which you got is similar as what we have received when we are having a numerical value 2. And here is your just a word, that is a key. Same result we are getting because the approach which you are following here is same. So here's a Python code for creating tuples in a loop. Okay. Now next, as I told that we can't add an element to a tuple once it is created, and we did we attempted, we used an append method, it gave me error. I performed the indexing. I performed the indexing and tried to update the element. Then again, it gave me error. So, sir, what is the approach, sir? How can we update the tuple if you want to add something? So, in that particular case, you can do one thing. You can update the tuple. First, you can convert the tuple into a list. Okay. So here, what I did, I am having a tuple that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 elements. What I did is I converted this tuple into list. Okay, so here now it will be a list, and all the operations of list can be performed over list. So what I did, I appended element 5 in this list and again reconverted this list into tuple and then printed this tuple. Okay, so here now you can see your tuple is updated. So any change if we want to do or perform in a tuple, you need to convert it into list first. It's a very easy task. Okay, and then do operations over the list and reconvert that into tuple. This is how it works. Okay, so in the next example, I took the fruits thing, that is apple, banana, cherry. Okay, I converted it into list. I updated the first index position by kiwi. Okay, so instead of banana, I updated it as kiwi. Okay, and the result which I got is apple, kiwi and cherry. Okay, so here is what I got. Okay, so with index position also, with append also, you can perform the updations. All right. um, in this next example, what I'm going to do, I'm having a tuple with the elements fruit names. Okay, and I'm converting the tuple into list. Okay, so y is a list now with apple, banana and cherry. I appended orange to it. Okay, so orange will come at the last, so it will be apple, banana, cherry, orange. I again converted this into tuple, I name it as this tuple and printed it. Okay, the same approach which I told you about. Okay, now the next case is, for example, I'm taking a tuple of fruits again, apple, banana, cherry. I am taking another tuple y, having one element orange. That's what I'm just taking. That is single element, na? That's why orange comma. And what I want to do is tuple plus equal to y. That means tuple equal to this tuple plus y. This is what I'm going to take. You very well know that, sir, concatenation has been applicable here with in case of tuples. So yes, I'm performing the concatenation here. So this statement is equal to this tuple plus y. So concatenation has been done. So apple, banana, cherry plus orange, you are getting the result. This is what we got. Okay. Now, now, if you want to remove any element from the tuple, sir, again, not possible directly. If addition is not possible directly, so how can removal can be we proceed ahead? For that purpose, again, you can convert it into list. We have done, and we have removed apple from it. Y dot remove. Okay, so apple has been removed from the list. Then you have again converted that into tuple. Okay, and then printed the tuple. That's it. Banana, cherry. You got it. Okay, an apple has been removed. Very simple statements. Remove is something you very well know that, sir. It's specific. What element you want to remove from the list, that we have already seen. In case of pop, sir, if I don't give any index, it will pop the last element from the list. So same thing happened here. Okay, so here is your tuple. I converted this tuple into list. Okay, and I use y dot pop. So pop will gonna delete the last element from the list, and I reconverted this into tuple and printed the tuple. That's it. Apple comma banana. You got it. Okay, now as I already told, the delete operation, that if you delete a tuple and you try to print it, obviously it will raise error, name error, that I have already told you. Okay, now there are some important concepts. See, we have checked that if you want to apply the methods into the tuple, the only thing is you can convert into list, and whatever be the list operations are, now you can perform over it, and then you can reconvert it into the tuple. Okay, that's all is been covered in the list section. Now there are some specific things which are concerned with the tuples only. These are packing and unpacking. Okay, now if I would say x equal to 1 2 3, if I do create a tuple, if I do create a tuple like this, x equal to 1 2 3, this is called as packing. Packing the elements, packing the items under one name, under one variable name, that is x. Okay, this is a packing thing. If I would say like this, a b c like this, a comma b comma c separated by comma, that is, this is a tuple equal to x. It's called as unpacking. Unpacking means extracting back the values into the variables. This is called as unpacking. We are going to extract the values again into the variable. Okay, so if you are going to give some gift to someone, so obviously we need to wrap it. Okay, that is called as packing. Okay, and if you want to open the box, gift box, okay, and taking the elements one by one out, that is called as unpacking. So same approach is here also in case of tuple, packing and unpacking. Okay, so the point is, here x is 1 2 3. I created a tuple, and if I do write like this, abc equal to x, abc equal to x, so the value of 1 will be assigned to a, value of 2 will be assigned to b, and value of 3 will be assigned to c, to be very simple. Okay, so what does this actually means? If I would say x equal to 1 comma 2 comma 3, and if I say uh, a comma b comma c equal to x, and what actually the x is 1 2 3, so it can be like this, a comma b comma c, this is equal to your 1 comma 2 comma 3. Okay, and as per the order we can assign the values here. So a will be 1, b will be 2, and c will be 3. And if I'm going to print the value of a b c, it will be 1 2 3. And if I want to apply some operation over it, for example, I did here a plus b plus c, so it will be 1 plus 2 plus 3. Now the result is 6, and if I'm going to print it, here it is, 1 comma 2 comma 3. This is unpacking and the packing thing. There are many many concepts or codes related to it, and we will follow up here. For example, I'm taking the fruits, apple, banana, cherry. Okay, and here I unpacked. So this is packing and this is unpacking. Green, yellow, red equal to fruits. So apple will be green, banana will be yellow, and cherry will be red. Okay, so I'm printing the values of green, yellow, and red. Here I got by unpacking. Okay, and next accessing elements from the tuple. Okay, yeah, any doubt? Yes, yes, please ask the doubt. Here you say in the comment section, I found that, sir, if the x is the user input, then how we can do that? Okay, so you want to take the input from the user, no worries, you can do it from the user end. Okay, so if I want to create an empty tuple, okay, what is this? Let us check the type. print type of x. Print type of x. Okay, this is a tuple. Okay, here I have created an empty tuple. And now the point is, sir, you said from the user end, I want to ask that how you are going to unpack. You can fill this tuple, okay? And if you want to work with existing tuple itself, let us take this thing only. Okay, here the case which I have told you is, you know how many elements are there in the tuple. Okay, and you need to unpack three elements as per what you have been mentioned. If you don't know how many elements needs to be unpacked, then there is a different criteria. Now as per the question came, sir, if x is a user thing, user input, then how we can do this thing? User input, for example, if I do take x equal to this. Okay, and for unpacking, what I need to do is I need to give three values here. Okay, then only it will be going to unpack you. Okay, so the point is, I can say for I in, and okay, this is fruits, fine, fruits, fruits. Okay, for I in x, for I in x, this is the code which we have created above, and this is an empty tuple. Okay, so let me take it here, here itself. Okay, so here this is an empty tuple, x for I in x, and I need to assign the value into x. I need to assign value to the x, but exactly there is nothing available. So what shall I will be doing? There is nothing available in the x. It's an empty. It's an empty x. And you said, sir, ask from the user to insert the value. How do we ask from the user to insert the value in case of list? How we do that? If you want to have some elements, you can take the elements. You can take, sir, let us say a equal to int input, enter the value of whatever, enter the value of, enter the value, you can just write like this. Okay, and just copy and take three values, a, b, and c. Just take three values. Okay, let us make it here c equal to, and just paste it here, copy and just paste it here. So here from the user end, I'm taking abc. Okay, and with ABC, don't apply this for loop. With ABC, you can create a tuple. How you can create a tuple? You can say like this: tup equal to a comma b comma c. You can create a tuple with this three, and then later on you can write like this: uh, a comma b comma c equal to fruits. Okay, this is how you can unpack. As the question said, sir, how we can ask from the user and then we can perform the unpacking. So this is how the values you can ask from the user, and you can create a tuple of it, and then you can perform the unpacking of it. Okay, and then later on you can again print the value of abc. So after unpacking, print, in quotation I will write to say a, and then I can print b and c whatsoever. Okay, copy and paste it here, and then paste it here, and that will be b, and this will be c. The only point to be noted here is, I know that there are three elements in the fruits. Accordingly, I took three variables. I know this thing. But in the later ahead in this section only, we'll see that if you don't know that how many elements you need to unpack, then there is an asterisk sign that we will see, that will cover out ahead. But initially, as per the problem statement, I have declared a list here, sorry, tuples, and here I am taking three values from the user. The value of a, it depends upon you. Here is the integer value, so it will be like 12, it will be 13, it will be 14, and here the value of abc. Okay, I need to write comma a comma b and comma c. See, now it will print you. Let me run this code again. 12, 13, 14. Okay, so A is apple, B is banana, C is cherry. Okay, from the user perspective, if you take the input, is it okay? Is it okay? Fine. But the point, please note the point. I know how much to unpack. Three. That's why I created three elements. All right. Now, this is what you already know, that if I want to access the elements from the tuple, then uh, indexing can be done with the help of an index position. You can print the value. Okay, unpacking. Unpacking, I just told you above with a simple example. If I'm available with the three elements, then I can take three variables and I can unpack it. And from user perspective also, as the question came, sir, enter the values from the user side and then you can unpack. So I did with the user end also. Okay. uh, Now the question is, if you are having five elements in the tuple and you want to unpack it, and if you want to unpack it, xyz equal to fruits. Okay, so here there's we are in a trouble because you are available with the five elements and you want to unpack it with three only. So there is an error, too many values to unpack, expected three. Here in case of fruits we are expecting three elements to be unpacked, but unfortunately we got five elements to unpack and only three variables are available to assign the values. Not possible. Okay, so here in the above case, what happened, I created a tuple ABC, okay, with certain values. If I don't, for example, here also you can create a fruits tuple. Okay, there could be from your side, depends upon what how many values. This could be above thing also. Just insert the elements, insert the fruit names, and then create a fruit tuple. This can also be possible. And you very well know, sir, if you do apply for loop, then it's mandatory. You need to first create a list, and then after creating a list, then you need to convert it into tuple, because for loop can applicable only and append and all these things can only be work when there is a list, not with the tuple, not when possible. Okay, so however, I created a tuple tup here with some values, but what happened is a b c, I unpacked it with the fruits. I unpacked it with the fruits. Now, previously A was 12, B was 13, C was 14. Now it is apple, banana, cherry, because of unpacking. Unpacking. And you know what exactly happened here? What exactly happened? You told in the property of tuple, sir, tuple is unchangeable, sir. You told itself, sir, in the property, tuple is unchangeable. If I say A is obviously A is 12, na? B is 13, and C is 14. These are three elements. With these three elements, only tuple TUP has been created, and now you have updated its value by unpacking. So how you can say, sir, a tuple is unchangeable? You have changed the tuple, sir. Now the value of ABC is apple, banana, cherry, and if I can create a tuple with ABC, so I can write like this, TUP again, and if I say A comma B comma C, so sir it will be and if I print tup, and sir if I print here tup, okay, if I run the code, enter the value, okay, again take 13, 12, 13, 14. So here initially the tuple values are 12, 13, 14. After unpacking, the value of ABC are apple, banana, cherry. But you told it can't be changed, but here I change with the help of the concept of unpacking. So we can do the twist, we can perform the twisting from our side. We can experiment. I had told in the previous lecture also, you can do experiment with the programming language. Whatever you are thinking in your mind, whatever is coming in your mind, you can do that. What worse situation will be there? Now only error will came. Now we will sort the error. Try to sort the error. Okay, so here, while unpacking, you change the value of tuple, which was called as unchanged. Okay, and here, what issue raised, sir? You're trying to unpacking five values, but actually the list comprises of five. List comprise here the tuple is having three elements only. Not possible. Too many values to unpack. So what can be done, sir? What is the solution? So solution is you can give a star, asterisk. Okay, so if you are having one, two, three, four, five elements in the tuple, okay, and you want to unpack it, and if you don't have any idea initially, for example, if I don't have any idea that how many elements are going to be available here for the unpacking, so, okay, so I gave, for example, green, yellow, and star red. So if we are having in a scarcity of the variables here, so apple will be assigned to green, banana will be assigned to yellow, and if we are having more elements, cherry, strawberry, raspberry, that all will be assigned to red because it is having star. So remaining all the elements should be given to the red. You can check the output here, and they are all in a form of a list of remaining elements. You can see this is a list, square bracket. Okay, so now, sir, how we know, sir, what is the length of this thing, sir? Can we create some code which has been, sir, some universal code, so that will be helpful for us to understand and decide, sir, what could be the length? Okay, let us have a sample code like x equal to, I'm having elements 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 5 4 comma 5. Can, sir, length is possible here? Can I print the length of x? Length of x, and as we did in the case of the list. Okay, let me print the length of x. I'm getting 5. Okay, so now the situation is clear, sir. I'm having 5 elements in the tuple, and if I need to unpack it, definitely I need to create a tuple which should have 5 elements. Okay, so if I want to create a tuple, I can do it from my end. X equal to a comma b comma c comma d comma e. Why? Because, sir, I know na, there are 5 elements. I calculated the length, and then I can perform unpacking here. X equal to, that will be this equal to x. Okay, and then I can print its each and everyone's value. Print all this stuff. Copy here and paste it. Print everything. D is not defined. A, B, C. Hmm. Why do you think that D is not defined? Why D is not defined here? Isn't it the value of D should be having 4, and the value of E should have 5? It's saying D is not defined. Why? Do you have any issue related to it? D. Name D is not defined. We did something wrong here. We are having 5 elements in the tuple. We calculated its length. Okay, that's 5. And we took here 5 elements in the tuple. Okay, and then we try to unpack it with the 5 elements. And then I'm trying to print it. That means A should be having 1, B should be having 2, C should be having 3, and D should be having 4, and E should be having 5. Isn't it? Then what's the issue happened here? Why D has not assigned any value? Name D is not, it's saying not defined. But we are using here. If D is not defined, then why A, B, C are defined? It's a question. What happened? If I again rerun the code, it's again saying name D is not defined. Why only this is having an issue? Okay. Anyways, let me take updations from my side if you're not able to understand what could be the reason here. Okay, and let me copy this thing and let me paste it here. Okay, and let me print the values. Now, what's the issue? Unpacking can't be done with this thing. Syntax error, cannot assign to the literals. These are string literals, and we can't have an assignment to it. One can't be assigned to like string literals the value. But here we are having a list of all these a, and we are sorry, not a tuple of all these. If I do print y, if I do print y, and it is going to give me, okay, again let me have this in a comment section. Let me have this in a comment section. Okay, and let me run this thing. Obviously we are having a tuple of literals. Okay, and if you want to unpack y, if I want to unpack it, so it's saying no, it can't be done like this with the unpacking. So what should be the solution? What should be the solution here? If I simply take a, b, c, and all this stuff as I did above, x equal to, if I z equal to, I say a comma b, because a b c were declared previously, so don't take like a b c. Just take a1, b1, and take c1, then take d1, then take e1. Just take this thing and print z. Print z. Let's check what output you are getting. A1 is not defined. It's saying A1 is not defined. So can you create a tuple like this? Can you create a tuple without assigning any value to the variables? How can you say a tuple is created? That means you need to first assign values. A1 equal to, sir, just take it as 100. Then you can take b1 equal to take 200, then c1 equal to 300, d1 equal to 400, and e1 equal to 500. Now I have assigned the values to it, and if let me print this tuple, again it's saying something cannot assign to the literals. Okay, are they literals? Are they literals? What happened now? Again there is an issue. I assigned the value also and saying no, 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 not can be assigned. Not can be assigned. It's printing an error here. A1 equal to 0. A1 equal to 100. So you are seeing from your end only, sir, writing in a simple code itself. If I'm just assigning a variable values, and then if I'm going to create a tuple of it, it's giving me an error. Cannot assign it to the literals. These are not literals. They cannot be assigned to it. Assign the values. Okay, and now if I just make this thing comment also, if I do run the code, same thing is happening to me. Sir, we cannot assign the values to the literals. Okay, so uh, in the previous example, in the previous examples, we performed unpacking simply by taking the variables like x, z, y, and we did the same task. Even also in one of the code, I assigned the values of a, b, c and created a tuple of it. Then also I did unpacked the values from user, and also I assigned take the values, and then also I unpack the values. But here, what's happening? What's happening? I need to unpack x. I need to unpack these values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and for unpacking, I just simply want to do the simple task which I was expecting is, if I do take again this x copy, and the simple task which I was expecting is, sir, take values like a comma b comma c comma d comma e, and just perform the unpacking. This is what I'm going to do. This is a simple expectation I'm going to perform. Okay, and here the code is correct. And if I say print a, okay, it gave me one, fine. If I say print a and b, it gave me 1 and 2. If I say print c, it gave me 1, 2 and 3. If I say print a, b, c and d, it gave me 1, 2, 3 and 4. And e, it gave me complete 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everything which I was expecting to achieve, I got it here. Okay, so don't miss understood with or just don't have a confusion with the kind of stuff I just trying to do experiment. This is a live experiment I did in front of you all, and checked, okay, okay, what are the things been happening here. Okay, so this is what our expectation was, this is what our goal was. And here, why I declared 5 variables a b c d and e, the reason is because of length of x. If I know what is the length of x, then I can have an as much number of variables to be available for it to unpack. Because if we are having less variables to unpack, more elements are there in the tuple, obviously it will give you error. For that excuse, you need to give a star sign. Okay, so for 5, only I did perform this task, and here is the result which you got. Okay, so if I know how many length is to be there, and then for that much length I need to create a tuple. Okay, and for that, let me tell you again, let me have another code again. Fruits equal to, just take apple, banana and cherry. Just take this apple, banana and cherry. B. Find the length of it, and alien fruits. Okay, and assign, just assign a value, don't print it. Okay, just assign a value, n equal to length of the fruits. Okay, n equal to length of the fruits. After that, you need to unpack this. Now you find what is the length. Do one thing, create an what, empty list list 1 equal to, okay, create an empty list. And then for I in n, what you need to do, for I in range, and I need to append this list some values. Okay, so what I will be doing for I in n, or I will take the range n, because obviously you need to pick up till how much you need to loop for. So for I in range n, list 1 dot append list 1 dot append I. Okay, and then here print list 1. Okay, so what you are getting, 0, 1 and 2. This is what you are getting. Now convert this list 1 into tuple. Okay, so tup equal to tup tuple and list 1. So now this will be a tuple, print it, print tup. Okay, this will be tuple. Now unpack it. T, what is this tuple tup? This one, 0, 1, 2. So just take 0, 1, 2, 1, 2 equal to fruits. 0, 1, 2 equal to fruits. Now, it gave me an error. What error it gave me? Sir, 0 is a numerical value, 1 is also a numerical value, 2 is also a numerical value. Both are, all of them are the numerical values. So, how we can unpack this? It gave me cannot assign to literal. 0 can't be assigned to apple, 1 cannot be assigned to banana, and nothing like cherry. This is not possible. So, what could be the possibility? This 0, 1, 2 is not been happening. Update your list. Don't try to perform this. Just update your list by x comma y comma z. Okay, and then print list, make it into tuple, and then now you can say x comma y comma z. These are the elements. Here is the fruits. Now z is not defined. It's saying z is not defined. The last element again, it picked the same spot which it picked up previously with the errors. Let me show you above. Yeah, here again it picked the same spot. The last variable it picked, sir, not assigned, and it's giving me error. So again, we need to follow some changes. We need to follow some changes. What needs to be done? The possibility. We are expecting some other possibility. And if I say, sir, sir, why you did this list one equal to, then you converted into tuple. Instead of that, we should already, instead of that, it's better idea to create a tuple only, na? Tup equal to, sir, x comma y comma z. Sir, why you did that thing? Sir, why you convert into list? And now that will be, this option can be done prior. We just take a tuple of x, y, z only, and then we can, sir, perform the unpacking. This is possible. And again, it picked the same spot. Z is not defined. But previously, in the above examples, where did it correct? You can check. Okay, so I'm just trying to make you aware of the kind of errors which may come during packing and unpacking, especially unpacking. Okay, if you try to assign some the values in this particular format, and then you want to print it. Okay, so it's going to give you error, and the error, name error, that means saying z is not defined. If z is not defined, then what will is going to happen? Because we are having three variables, we are having three values, and now you are saying z doesn't possess a value cherry. And if it is not defined, if I would say this thing, it will again, I think, okay, it's again tuple z is not defined. Again, it's saying, okay, if I say this, so too many values to unpack, expected to, obviously it will give you an error. It will automatically give error, and the reason is why we are taking, why it's giving you the errors, because the from the above cell blocks, you have already assigned the values of x, you have already assigned the value of y, you have given some values to it, so it is picking the values from the above cells. It is picking the values from the above cells, what you have given, the values of a, b, and c, and this. That's why it's bringing you an error here. But what I found is, if you create a tuple 0, 1, and 2, 0, 1, and 2, again, let me explain you. If you create a tuple like this, um, it's equal to apple, copy and just paste it here. Okay, and if you are having a tuple like uh, 0, comma 1, comma 2, and you are unpacking it with x, you are unpacking it with x. Okay, it will give you error, that is cannot assign to literal this value. And if you say, sir, can I take w, k, day, and then if I want to assign it, it's working. Okay, so with variables you can. But if you are going to take, sir, 0 to apple, 1 to banana, 2 to cherry, error. With variables x, w, k, and z, this has been possible. However, I already make a twisted above. There was a twist above in this code. You know that I am available with the tuple fruits, apple, banana, cherry, and I entered numerical values in ABC. I created a numerical tuple of ABC. Okay, and with numerical values only, I performed unpacking. With numerical values only, I performed unpacking. And here, if you try, if you try here without taking the inputs from the user end, and if you yourself assign 0, 1, and 2, it gave you error. No, not possible. It gave you error. You did this thing 0, 1, and 2 equal to x, it gave you error. Okay, so the point is, but why the reason is why? Because still, if you have clicked the concept here in this code, I'm having a b c variables, though they are having value 12, 13, 14 whatsoever, but still I'm available with the variables. So you can assign variable equal to uh, some stuff of the tuple to unpack, but don't give directly 0, 1, 2 and try to perform unpacking. It will give you error. Not possible. Okay, so these are some things which we need to discuss, and I told. So if you are having scarcity, you can use a star sign, and then you can perform the unpacking here. Okay, and it's not mandatory that star sign will be at the ending item only. It's not mandatory. You can take star sign in between of the element also. Okay, so how it will gonna unpack? Apple will be going to green, raspberry will be going to red, and intermediate elements will be going to yellow. Okay, this is what happened. And again, list. It's a list of intermediate elements. Similarly, you can take the star with the first element also to unpack. So strawberry will be going to yellow, raspberry will be going to red, and first all the elements will be going to green. This is also possible. Okay, now next case. Hmm. Applying loop over tuple, that's quite easy. Same to the list, we have already checked out the stuff that it will print you one by one. Okay, and you can use range length also. This operation same as we did in the list. For example, if I say for I in range length of this tuple, so it's going to print you apple, banana, and cherry, all this stuff. Okay, so with the range length, also the length of the tuple is 3, so range is 3, so I will be 0, 1, and 2 as per the indexing. So here you are printing the elements as per the indexing, so it's quite easy. We have seen that. Now with using the while loop also, you can access the elements. So yes, we can. Okay, so I equal to 0, and then I'm using while I is less than length of this tuple. Okay, I is less than length of this tuple, so the length of this tuple is 3. Okay, value of I is 0, I is less than 3, so you are going to print this tuple with the 0th index position value, that is apple. Then index is updated, now it will be 1, so you are printing the next value banana. Then again index is updated, the next value is cherry, and now the value of I will be 3, so 3 is not less than 3, your condition failed, and you are exiting from the loop. Here is the output you got. So very simple while loop statement, just to print the elements of the tuple. Okay, now reversing a tuple using slicing technique. If you want to reverse a tuple, string we have seen, example reversed. Okay, so that will reverse all the elements of the string. We have seen that. How to reverse a tuple? So for that reason, I'm going to take def. Def reverse. So def is a keyword which is used to define a method. Okay, I hope we did discuss about something related to the function when we were studying about the variables, that is local variable and the global variable. There also I defined the functions. Here also I'm just taking an example where function is required. So def reverse tuples. So I'm going to give tuple as an argument here, and name of my method is reverse. Okay, you can pick any name from your side. It's not mandatory that you also need to give the same name as reverse. You can pick any name of the function. So def, that is the definition, definition of the function. So here I'm defining a function with the name reverse, and then giving one argument to it, one parameter to it, that is tuples. And then what I'm going to do, new underscore tuple equal to tuples colon colon minus one, colon colon minus 1. So if you are saying minus 1 na, it's gonna reverse your tuple, and I'm going to return it. Return new underscore tup, return new underscore tup. So here I declared a tuple z a d f g e e k, and I called my method and gave this tuples inside it. So this tuple value will be going to here, it will be reversed, and then next returned back. And after returning back, I am having print statement, so it's gonna print me. So here you can see that all the elements has been reversed. Okay, so just using colon colon minus 1. And if you want, sir, don't take any method all these stuff, sir. Just simply have one tuple 1 2 3 4 5 and like this. And sir, can it be possible, like if I can say it x, and I can write like this, uh, colon colon minus 1, sir, can I do with this thing? And can I, sir, print it? Or I just simply say, sir, print this stuff? Or I will say y equal to this, and sir, print y. Can it be possible, sir? Why you created an function and perform this thing, sir? No need to create any function, sir. This can be done in a most simplest way also. Okay, so here is your tuple, and here I wrote x colon colon minus 1, that is a slicing part. Okay, so colon colon, not if you would have taken one single colon, then you very well know, sir, it is a sliced from starting till minus 1, that is the last element. No, that's why I take colon colon, and minus 1 is something to reverse the stuff, reverse the. And can it, sir, can this be possible with list also, sir? Okay, let us check. Now create a list instead of tuple, just create a list. Okay, and then same thing. Yes, it's possible with the list also, reversing. Okay, so just taking colon colon minus 1 and you're up. I think no need to now define this method, because we are already checked this stuff with a simple examples. Okay, now the next code is program to count the number of items an element present in the list. Counting without using length, without using length method. I need to perform count how many items or how many elements are present in a tuple. How to perform this task? See, I'm available with the tuple. Here is our elements: 10, 8, 5, 2, 10, and all these. You are available with the elements in a tuple. Okay. And what I need to do is, I want to check how many times. See, this is the problem statement actually. I need to check how many times a particular element is present in the tuple. How many times it is present. So for that reason, I am taking enq4, enq1, and enq2, three variables with the assigned values as 4, 10, and 8. I want to check how many times 4 is present in the tuple, how many times 10 is present in the tuple, how many times 8 is present in the tuple. This is what I need to check, counting I need to do. So for that reason I created a sample method, countx. Very simple method. No, not at all you will face any difficulty here. Just to count how many times that particular element is present in a tuple, what I gave in this method is the tuple itself and that particular value for which I need to perform a check. Okay, then what happened? I created a variable counter, count equal to 0, applied a loop for I in tup, for I in tup. That means I am tracing the tuple one by one. I am tracing the elements which are present in the tuple one by one. If I equal to x, that means this thing. If I equal to x, then update the counter, and last return the counter, return the count, and print it simply. See, I hope you know the difference between return and this print thing. I could have used print here also in the code. Okay, instead of returning the count, I could have used print statement here also. So returning means after this function is been over, it will return some value, and that value will be returned here, and whatever be the result was, it will be printed by the print statement. Okay, so either you can use print here, then no return is required, and if you are using print here, print count, then no need to write print here. Just simply count x tup in q. That's it. This is the only thing required. But if you are using this return statement, return count, then you need to print it here. So what happened exactly? I created a tuple. These are the three values for which I need to check how many times they are repeating in a tuple. I called my method countx. So tuple I gave here as an argument enq, that is 4 value 4 I given here as an argument. They came here 4 and the complete tuple came. Initially counter is 0, count is 0. Then I applied for loop here for I in tuple. That means it's going to trace each and every element 10, 8, 5, 2, 10, 15. In case if your this value I, while tracing the tuple, it has been equal to x, in case if it happened equal to x, we are comparing it, then the value of counter will be updated to 1. The value of counter will be updated, and then we are going to return the count. So I did check for 4, I did check it for 10, I did check it for 8. So I found that 4 is not available in my tuple. You can see that there is no value 4 available. However, 10 is available one time, two time, three time. So 3 times 10 is available, and 8 is available 1, 2, 3, and 4 times. Okay, so it gave me output as 4. Okay, so this is how you can check how many times an element is present in a tuple. Okay, and in the next code, to be very simple, that I need to find that how many that the number of the times it has been repeated for any of the number. I want to check any number what I did above without using any method. If I want to check in a simple terms without using this concept of methods, in a very simple way, you can see I created a tuple. I asked for a number num, any number from the user end. Don't see here I declared the numbers from my end 4, 10, and 8 from the user end. Now I'm taking an input, enter a number from your side. Okay, and then assign count equal to 0 for I in x, again for I in this particular tuple. If I equal to num, if your number for what you are looking for is been found in the tuple, update the counter, count equal to count plus 1, and finally print the count, finally print the count thing. That's it. So here I haven't used any method stuff, but method is something, it's a block of statements, and it can be called multiple times, and the same set of statements can be executed multiple times. So we will study functions ahead. So here is something about the tuples. Do you have any doubt in the tuple? Do you have any doubt in the tuple? Now, please let me know. Any doubts in the tuple? Because we have finished our concepts of tuple now, and the next topic is the set. Any doubt in the tuple? Please let me know. So, packing and unpacking was something which was new and not available in the list. However, if you need to perform the operations over the tuples, you can convert it into list, and then you can perform append and remove and pop and whatever you want to do, you can. Okay, and unpacking is also simple. If the same number of elements is there in to unpack, you can. If not, then you can use asterisk sign. That's it. Okay. So if you guys are not having any doubts, so let us proceed ahead with the set. All right. The codes for set and dictionary both are available with you. I have mailed. Okay, set. See, again, it's a data type. Okay, collection of elements, because currently we are dealing with the collection of elements itself. So it can store, sets can store multiple elements under a single variable name. List was also doing the same thing. Tuple was also doing the same thing. Set is also doing the same thing. Collection of elements under a single variable, but change in the properties are different. What is the change? Set is unordered. We don't have any indexing here. It is unordered collection of elements. It is unchangeable. However, we can change the set. That we'll see ahead how. And if it is unordered, then obviously there is no indexing present in the set. There is no indexing. Okay, so set are unchangeable, but we can remove the items and add the items in the set. So we are having a property, but special powers to add and remove the elements from the set. Unchangeable, we cannot change the items after the set has been created once. This is what the definition says of unchangeable. But we are also saying that we can remove the elements from the set, we can add the elements into the set. That we'll see ahead how we are going to perform. So here is a simple thing, simple set I've created. Just separated by comma and take the elements under curly braces. Okay, so in case of list, we are having square brackets, tuple, we are having rounded brackets, and in case of set, we are having the curly braces. Okay, so this is a set of the numerics, this is a set of fruits. If you want to create a set with its name itself, so as we did in the list, list, in tuple, tuple, and in case of set, we are going to take it as set, two rounded brackets, and insert the elements inside it with the separated by comma. That's it, set, set. This is how also we can create a set. Okay, if you want to print the length, length is an universal function. Length also works with the list, length also works with the tuple, length also works with the set. Just use len, and it will let you know how many elements are there in the set. Three elements are there. Same thing, uh, we can have a collection of strings, we can have a collection of numerics, we can have a collection of boolean values. This is also possible in a set. We can have multiple values also. We can have a multiple values also in the set. That is, we can have a string, numerics, boolean, everything, float also. All these is available in case of set. Okay, now the thing is, here in case of in this example, what I created a tuple. I created a tuple x. Okay, assign its value to z. Assign its value to z. We also seen such examples with list. I created a list. List 1 equal to something. Then I wrote list 2 equal to list 1. Similarly, in case of here I'm taking example. X equal to, there is some tuple, z equal to x I wrote. And if I say let me copy this stuff above. Copy this stuff. And if I say print z, print z. So same elements I'm going to have in case of z. Same type also. It is also a tuple. Now what I did, set x. That means I converted tuple into set and I printed its value. Now it will be a set. And then what happened? I converted this set into tuple again and I printed the value of it. So just conversion, type conversion, type casting is been going on, converting tuple into set, converting set into tuple again. Okay, and here this is how I can calculate the length of x, print the length. This is how I can perform unpacking. If x is a tuple, if x is a tuple, yes, I can do the unpacking. Four elements are there in the tuple. Four elements are there in the tuple. In case, okay, I can perform the unpacking. We will see ahead how the unpacking is going to be done. So let me copy this code first and check what the results came. Let us check the results here. Okay, so the length of x is 4. Why? What happened? What happened? Why the length of x is 4? Remember, remember, this is a tuple. It gives you flexibility, or it allowed duplicates. It allowed duplicates. Okay, so 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 3. 3, 3 is a duplicate, 0, 0 is a duplicate, 2, 2 is a duplicate, 1, 1 duplicate. How many unique elements are there? How many unique elements are there? Sir, 0, 1, 2, 3. Only 4 unique elements are there. I converted them. If I convert a tuple into set, it will give me unique element in the tuple. And then I recreated a tuple. I recreated tuple. Now it is having 0, 1, 2, and 3. This is this is what I found when I converted this tuple into set. So set only gives unique elements, and then I reconverted this set into tuple, and I found that how many elements are now I'm available with in the tuple. Means after conversion, I am available with the 4 elements. I'm just available with the 4 elements in the tuple. Previously, it was somehow what more, eight elements per present. Now we are available with the 4 elements only. And then here, what I did, I performed unpacking with the 4 elements. So A, B, C, D equal to X. X is having 0, 1, 2, 3. So A will be 0, B will be 1, C will be 2, and D will be 3. Here I perform unpacking of the tuple. And what I did, count equal to 0, count 2 equal to 0, 3 equal to 0, 4 equal to 0. I assigned 4 variables equal to 0. And I'm trying to apply loop somewhere for I in z. For I in z, where is z? Z is this thing. Z is initial. Z is your initial set. Z is your initial set. Here, not initial set. It's a tuple. Z is your initial tuple, and here repetition of the elements is there. Here repetition is allowed. So I applied loop for I in z. If I equal to a, I am checking I equal to a. What is a? A is 0, no? If I equal to a, update your counter. That I need to check how many times that number has been occurred in the tuple. How many times a number has been occurred in the tuple. So if I equal to a, update the counter. I equal to b, update the counter. D, C, both update the counter. So the number of times 0 occurred is 2 times. Number of times 1 occurred 2 times. Number of times 2 occurred 2 times. And number of times 2 occurred means number of times 3 occurred, it is again 2 times, because you can see that here in case of z we are having 0 2 times, 1 we are having 2 times, and 3 we are having 2 times, and 2 also we are having 2 times. Okay. So in case if you are having a tuple, okay, and number of times we already checked in the previous quotes. Okay, but set, if by converting it into a set, by converting a tuple or by converting a list into set, it will give you an idea about how many how you means how much unique elements are there. Okay, and then you can use a comparison, you can perform the comparison over it without using any method or without using any stuff. So here I converted the initial tuple into set. I unpacked, I reassigned that particular I reconverted that particular set into tuple and perform unpacking. And after performing unpacking, I check for, because now it's available with only the unique elements, so I just directly checked with A, B, C, and D and counted how many of them are available in the how many times they are available in the initial tuple. So set give you unique elements. Here I just want to make you an idea of the property that it doesn't allow duplicates, while list and tuple allow duplicates. Fine, let's proceed ahead. Here, if we want to check the type of the set, so you can use type method. Okay, and it will let you know that it belongs to the class set. This is what you can do. This I already told you, with the help of a set method you can create set. Okay, so not a big deal. You can create an empty set also, set, and just write nothing inside it. This is an empty set. Okay, now create a set using a string. If you want to create a set using a string, as we did in case of tuple also. Okay, so here is your string python for everyone, and I need to create a set of it, so I gave it inside. Okay, and there is no comma required here in case of set for a single value, no, not required as that of the tuple. Okay, so here it is a set, so set python for everyone. Okay, and obviously if you are going to print the result, definitely as just like of the tuples, every character here is separated and a set is created. Every character is separated. Okay, so here I'm going to create a set of python for everyone, all characters separated. Now creating a set by use of constructor itself, see, it's not mandatory that you need to give the complete thing here, python for everyone. You can give a assigned variable also to this method set. For example, instead of python for everyone, I could have given x. This will also work. Similarly, here is what I gave. I assigned this value string to python for everyone to the string variable and gave string here and set, and it gave me the result separated by all characters. Okay, you can create a set with a list also. Okay, so here is a list. Okay, and I converted it into a set. Simple. This can also be done. Okay, tuple, these are all are interchangeable. Typecasting is possible here. Now creating a set with a list of numbers having duplicate values, so this is a list having duplicate values. I created a set of it. Now the point is very much clear, set doesn't comprises of any duplicates. If you are having a tuple with the duplicate values, if you are having a list with the duplicate values, give to a set, get unique values. Okay, now creating a set with the mixed number of values in a list. Okay, so here it is a list, it is a list. Okay, and you can give it to a set, and you can convert it into set result. Okay, so just give a method set, inside that give a list and convert it into a set. You can apply for loop over the set also, as you did with the list, as you have done with the tuple. Same thing, same approach. For x in this set, print x, that's it. All the elements will be printed one by one. If and else also, you can use here the conditional statements. I am having a set 1, 2, 3. If 2 in x, I ask for if there is 2 in x. Yes, print s, else print no. So 2, obviously, 2 is present in x. It printed me the result is yes. So applying conditional statements over set also. This is also possible. If I want to check whether an element is present in the list in this way, uh, as we did previously in using in keywords. So apple, banana, cherry. I told banana in this set. It gave me a boolean result, true. Okay, so in, not in. You can use this stuff with if also. If banana in this set, print yes, banana is present. You can write customized statements from your side. Okay, and if you're not going to write the customized statements from your side, you will get the result as in a boolean format, true or false, whatever. Okay, so here you are getting banana in this set and you're getting it true. Now if you want to update the set, you can use a method called as add. Previously, in case of list, you have seen a method append. Okay, so the element will be appended at the last. You have also seen a method insert. So for insert, you can insert an element in the list at respective index positions. You have seen that. But append and insert is not applicable here in the case of set, because indexing is not there. Na? It's an ordered collection, but without indexing. No, sorry, it's unordered collection without unordered means, so obviously there is no indexing is there. Okay, unordered. So the point is you have to use only add. So orange will be added to the set. And it's not a mandatory whether it will be added at the first, whether it will be added at the last, whether it will be added in intermediate position, because position is not been considered here in case of set. So after using add method, you can see this is your set: orange, cherry, banana, apple. Okay, now you can create an empty list, empty set. You know about that. Here I created an empty set, and if I want to add elements to the empty set, I can do set1 dot add 8, set1 dot add 9, set1 dot add 6, 7. That means you can add tuples also in a set, you can add list also in a set. Okay, you can add anything. Okay, so here this is your empty set, and here you have added, here you have added a tuple inside a set. Sir, can we add set inside a set? If you are having a set, if I say set2 equal to an empty set I created, and if I say set2 dot add, and in this I take a set 1 comma 2 comma 3. Okay, and if I do print set2, okay, what will be the result? Told me unhashable type, unhashable. I'm not going to take set here. Then if I take, sir, list, sir, can it be possible, sir? Can I take a list here, sir? Again, it's told me unhashable list. Then tuple, sir. Here you took, sir, tuple. Okay, let me take uh, tuple. Okay, let's see what happens. It worked. So I did this stuff from my side to clear you what error, what wrong will come. If you want to add a set in a set, it gave error. If you want to add a list in a set, it gave me error. But if you want to add a tuple inside a set, it doesn't give me error. So, sir, can't we create a set like this? Set 3 equal to, isn't it possible, sir? 1 comma 2 comma 3 and comma, sir, list thing 1 2 3 and sir comma like set thing 1 comma 2 comma 3 and sir tuple is okay 1 comma 2 comma 3. Can't we do like this? If I run this code, it unhashable type. You can't give a list inside a set. You can't give a set inside a set. Okay, but you can give a tuple inside a set. So if I do remove these two, okay, and if I run this code, it will not create me any issue. Okay, let's proceed ahead. You can apply a loop also, and with the looping statement, you can add the elements to the set. And we did the same stuff with the list also. Okay, so here you created an empty set and you applied a loop for I in range 1 to 6 and you did set1 dot add I. So remember what kind of methods are used with respect to what data type you are studying. So set1 dot add I. Okay, and I'm adding the elements. Okay, so one by one elements will be added 1 to 5. They will be added, and you're getting the result as 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, one by one you can add the elements and print it using for loop. Hmm. Sir, how can we use while loop over the set? Okay, same. Just if you know the structure, it's all same. So set1 equal to set empty set I created again. I used I equal to 1 while I is less than 11. While I is less than 11, set1 dot add I. That means I'm going to add the elements from 1 to 10. Obviously, no, I is less than 11. No? So I need to add all the elements from 1 to 10 in the set. Okay, and here I'm going to print it. Okay, so starting from 1, all the elements will be added. Counter will be updated. Accordingly, the elements will be added. And the last, your set has been prepared and I printed it. Okay, so it's quite easy. Now, again, in the next code, I created two empty set1 and a set2. I need to create a result in such a way that for even elements, I need to update set1 and for odd elements, I need to update set2. This is what I need to do. Okay, so I created two empty sets, set1, set2, and again I use the for loop, while loop. I equal to 1. Initially, if you want to use while loop, you need to assign some variable prior. Whether I equal to 0, I equal to whatever you want to use according to your problem statement, you can work, no worries. But you need to assign some value. And then in case of while loop, you need to perform the comparison. While I is less than 11, while I is less than 11, if I percentage 2 equal to 0, that means what? Again, I'm looking forward for the even numbers. So while your loop is gonna work, okay, one by one element. So the first element will be 1. 1 percentage 2 is not equal to 0. Remainder is not equal to 0 when you are going to divide 1 by 2. So I'm going to work with the else statement and that number will be updated or added in the set number 2. Now I is updated to 2. Again I perform a check. 2 percentage 2 equal to 0. Yes. Remainder is 0. It's an even number. That particular number will be added to set 1. This will be in a continuous way, okay, till 10. It will work till 10 and elements will be going to be added one by one. Okay, and finally you will get the result for it. Okay, so these are the list of even numbers and these are the list of odd numbers. That's it. Using uh, your while loop, if else. Okay, update. See, in case of list, we are having a method called as extend. You have used that extend method. In case of set, I'm having a method update. Okay, so I'm available with the set 1, 1, 2, 3, set 2, 4, 5, 6, and I'm saying set 1 dot update set 2. Okay, so set 1 is updated. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have updated set 1 with, or in case of list, it will be like extend. But here in case of set, it is update. So just update the value 4, 5, 6 to the set 1. So I'm getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so initially in the property it has been told you can't change the values in the set, but we are doing it. We are doing it. Okay, here I have updated the value of set 2 with the set 1. Okay, and then printed the value of set 2. But the thing is, because set is unordered, okay, there is no indexing. So if I say set 2 update set 1, it doesn't means that set 2 elements will come first and set 1 elements will come at the last. No, not at all. They may come in any position because there is no indexing here. Any position is applicable here. Okay, so you can see I updated set 1 with set 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Updated set 2 with set 1, again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so this is possible with your string elements also. Update can be done, so not an issue. I think no need to explain again. All right, here here I'm available with the set 1. I created a set 4, 5, 6, 7. I created a set 4, 5, 6, 7, but it's actually a list. It's actually a list in which I am available with a tuple also. You can see, you can check. This is a list in which there is a tuple also, and I want to convert it into, I want to convert it into set. Yes, I did created a set 1, and then I updated 10 and 11, which is a list of elements. But even though it is a list of elements, that will be only a sample elements. We have seen above example also previously. Whether you are going to give the elements like this in a list format 10 comma 11, then also it will be, like 10 and 11 only. Okay, so here you can update the set with these respective elements. Next, the point is I want to update 10, 11, which is a set. Okay, and here is another set. Yes, you can do that. You can update a set with a set, na? Okay, but there is one question. Let me copy this stuff and paste it here. If I want to make a set, if I want to make a set like this, 1 comma 2. Okay, let me run this. Error. So point is very much clear. Never use a list inside a list format. Never use list inside a list. See, here it is already a list. You can see square brackets outside, but inside that also you are trying to use a list. No, not possible. Tuple can be possible, but list can't be possible again in case of set. So that's why it gave you an error. Unhashable type list. Okay, it's a type error. So here I want to update it with a set. Here also I am having a set. Update it, no worries. Okay, tuple also. I want to update with a tuple. Here also there is one tuple inside a list. Yes, your set is updated. You can get a new set with these elements. Also, if I'm having this set 1 2, okay, tuple elements, like here also I'm having a tuple elements, no worries, 1 2 3 4, this is my set created. So usually this is actually this I won't say that it's a tuple, because uh, double rounded brackets only we create a set. Double rounded brackets only. And double rounded brackets only we create a list. Double rounded brackets only we create a tuple. Okay. So it's just elements 1, 2 that will form a set. Updation we did with a tuple. Okay. However, the point is you're not seeing them here in a form of a tuple. But it would have been like a list like this. And if I run this code again now, tuple. But initially it was not a list. So just 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That it's just gave you result like this. Okay, next. Um, you are having a set here. You are having a list here. You updated the initial set. Done. This example we have already checked above. No need to rewind the stuff. Again, we have already checked above. So updations, I guess this has not been an issue for you. Use of the loops also we have seen. If we apply a loop in the set, it's going to trace you one by one element. Already we have checked. Just only by changing the this elements in the set, it doesn't makes any issue. Just applying loop. Here I applied the loop for I in set 1. It printed me print I. And if you use a parameter print I comma end with a space, then here it will not print you in one by one next lines. No, it will print you in a same line separated by a distance, separated by some space. For example, if I just have a set x equal to, I'm having a set 1 comma 2 comma 3, and if I want to apply a loop here, let me copy this stuff. Okay, copy, and let me paste it here. Okay. Okay, and if I say for I in x, okay, print I end. So it will not print you 1, then below 2, then below 3. No, it will print you all in the same line, separated by spaces. That's it. Okay, so you can use as per your choice how you want to print. Okay, the next, remove. See, remove we have already seen case of list. Okay, but not in the tuple, because tuple don't permit this kind of operations. So remove, if you have a set, if you want to remove any specific element, you mention it inside a remove, and done. That's it. So remove is same operable as that of the list. Okay, then in the next case, here, if you want to remove any element which is not present in the set, but if you're trying to get smarter, sir, remove 4 not present in the set, sir, 1, 2, 3 is present, definitely you will get an error. Key error 4. If you want to remove any element which is not present in the set, you will get an error. But but there is something which can save us from this. What? Discard. There is one more method. Discard. Remove and discard. So remove also does the same task. Remove of the element from the set. Discard also do the same task. Remove the element from the set. However, in case if your element is not present in the set, and if you do discard, it will not give you error. It will save the error. No error, sir. But remove will give you error. Discard will not give you error. Okay. So this is what the difference between remove and the discard. Okay, let's proceed ahead. So I'm available with the set with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and etc. etc. These are the elements. I removed 5 from it. I removed 6 from it. Okay. Then I discarded 8 from it. Discarded 9 from it. Okay. And also, if you want to apply remove or discard, you can use the looping statements. You can use the looping statements. For I in range 1 to 5, set 1 dot remove I. So 1, 2, 3, 4, they will be removed from the set. Okay, they will be removed from the set. This is your final set. So I just use in combination everything. Remove method also I used with the set. Discard method also I removed. Used with the set, and for loop also I used with the set with the remove operation. Okay. Next, um, if I need to count, what I need to count, what things is required to be done in the counting thing, counting code. We counted elements in the previous codes for the tuple, for the list, I can say. Here let us check this example. I created a set from 1 to 12, that is 12 elements. I assigned a count equal to 0. Then I wrote, for I in set 1, count equal to count plus 1. It will give me how many elements are there in the set. So I'm not going to use length, len. Without length, I can use just simply count, and then I can print count. Okay, sir, this much elements are present in the set. Okay, because here loop will work and count will be updated. So 12 elements are present. Then what I did, while I equal to 1, while I is less than count, if I percentage 2 equal to 0, that means I'm going to work upon the even numbers. If the even numbers are present in the set, okay, then I'm going to discard them. Discard I. Just discard or remove the even numbers which are present in the set. Update update the value of I, and then again print the set. So I am only available with the odd numbers now. Very simple code. Okay, you can perform multiple operations as per your choice. Okay, just only elementary programming is required. Elementary programming means your loops, basic loops, your conditional statements. Okay, those simple statements, whatever has been done, can be done over your concept. So that is elementary, simple. Okay, so here I did check what is the length of the set, and also discarded the even numbers from the set, and again reprinted the set. Okay, instead of that I can have used len also. So len, I told you already, it's evergreen, it's applicable everywhere. Okay, and the above code can also be done with the help of len. Okay, here I declared a set and get the value of count by len, length of the set. Okay, and I did the same stuff. That's it. Discarded the even numbers from the set, and here is your output. Okay, one thing happened. I got 12 also. So if you say, sir, discarded even numbers are there, sir, why you are getting 12 here, sir? What happened? See, what is the condition I used in the loop? While I is less than equal to count. So count is how much? 12. The value of count is 12. Okay. And if I say while I is less than equal to count, so i's value is 1, it will go till count, till 12. Till 12 it will work. And I'm saying if I percentage to equal to 0, that means the first value is 1. 1 is equal to percentage equal, no. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, all will be removed. All will be removed. I'm using discard, no? I'm using discard. Okay, all will be removed. What will happen if the value of I will become 12? Value of I will become 12. If the value of I will become 12, I, that is 12 less than equal to count. Count is initially 12. So 12 less than equal to 12. Condition true. Again, my loop will work. It will to check. Okay, it's equal to 0 or not. It's going to discard. Okay, discard I. Discard I. So I is 12. I is 12. It say discarded. Remove it. Let me run this code again. Removed. Now you got the correct answer with the discard statement, with the discard method. Okay, so either I can use remove here, or either I can work with the same code with the remove stuff also. Let me run this thing and just use remove here. Remove. Okay, and let me run this code. Okay, same result you are getting with the discard also, with the remove also. Okay, and if you want to delete something from the set, pop. If you want to deleting elements from the set, just use pop. Okay, now here is my initial set for 12 elements, and I used set1 dot pop. What happens with the list, sir? Pops the last element which is present in the list. But sir, set is unordered, sir. How, what element will be removed, sir, here in while using pop with the set? It doesn't mean that, sir, it will remove the first element. Not mandatory. It will pop any element. It will pop any element. Not mandatory first, not mandatory last, not mandatory intermediate. It can remove any element from the set. Okay, so pop is going to do this task. Here again, I took the same example: apple, banana, cherry. Use the pop statement, use a pop method, and then print it. I got I run this code, that what is the element popped. It told me cherry, and apple, banana remained. So apple was present at this location, na. It's not, you can run this code any time, and every time it may happen different element will be popped. You run this code multiple times. Previously when I popped cherry was the item which was popped. Now I executed this in front of you. Apple was the element which was popped, and banana and cherry remains in the list, in the set. Okay, so anything can be popped from the set. Clear method is going to clear all the elements which are present in the set. Clear, I guess we have seen in the list also. Okay, so clear will gonna clear every element which is present in the set. Okay, and your set will be now empty. All right, so I guess clear. Okay, and if you want to delete a set, same statement, del del will gonna delete the complete set. And if you want to again print the deleted set, obviously you're going to get the error. So simply just use del, it will gonna delete you the complete set. Okay, now I am just having some okay. Uh, so shall I finish this stuff set, students? Because there are only 2 to 3 methods are remaining. Shall I? Union, intersection. Then from the next class we are going to start the dictionaries. Is it okay? Thank you. Union. See, union of two sets means. I think in maths we have already done this kind of things. Union. That means if I say set 1 is equal to ABC, set 2 equal to 1, 2, 3, if I do calculate union of set 1 with set 2, that means every element of set 2 will now be in a part of set 1 also. Okay, so I created a new set 3. So every element has been now been present here. Union of both the sets. Okay, so here I can either I can take set 1 union set 2, or either I can take set 2 union set 1. So union is the collection of all the elements present in both the sets. That is the union. Plus, if but directly you can't do. In case of list, you can do list 1 plus list 2. You can, in case of tuple, you can do tuple 1 plus tuple 2. But in case of set, no. Set 1 plus set 2, no, not possible. Union is possible here, not plus is possible. Intersection. See, intersection comprises of the common elements which are present in both the set. So if I say x equal to 1 2 3 4 5, if I am having y equal to 2 3 4, if I say z equal to x intersection y, that means common elements which are present in x and y both. Okay, so 2 3 4 are the common elements which are present in them. So only a new set has been created by a common element. Similarly, if I do say y intersection x, then also the logic is same. X intersection y intersection x, logic is same. Common elements 2 3 4. Also, it doesn't mean that sir you can do this stuff with only two sets. No, if I'm having x equal to 1 1 2 3 4, if I'm having y equal to 2 3 4, z equal to 2 3, I can perform intersection of x with y and z both simultaneously. I can do this stuff. So that means intersection of x with y and z, that means common elements in x, y and z, all three set. So the common elements are 2 3 2 3 2 3. So the result is 2 3. Okay, you can do anything like that. Y z, okay, x intersection y z. If you don't have any common element, the result is an empty set, because here I'm having 1 2 3 4 5, here I'm having 2 3 4, and here I'm having 6 7. So 6 7 is not present in this also, the result is final empty set. This is how we can perform union and intersection in the set. All right.